The first question is this one that I want to talk about the restaurants. Do you enjoy dining out at restaurants? So, does anyone like to speak about it? These questions actually I have brought you today are the latest questions of IELTS exams in 2025. Yeah, so they are really, really new questions actually. Some of them are common questions, repetitive maybe from other years, but some are really new maybe. But this one, do you enjoy dining out at restaurants or do you enjoy eating out? This is a common question. So I just want a volunteer, please, to answer this question. Anybody? Hi, Amir. Hope you're fine. Okay, again, I repeat the question. There is a part one question. Do you
I,
enjoy dining out at restaurants? Does anyone like to answer?
yeah, I do like.
Yeah. Reza, please, Reza. Thank you.
Um, in fact, I do like eating in a restaurant. Um, to be honest, to tell the truth, I enjoy hanging out with my friends, uh, going to restaurant with a group of my friends, especially at weekends, because I think it gives us a chance to communicate uh, with each other and uh, that's it.
Communicate with each other and because it's about restaurants, say something
Talking
about the foods. Maybe it's important.
about the food. Um, fast food is, yeah,
No, no,
fast.
just one part. No, just one part. You said that enjoy communicating, my friends, and delicious foods at a restaurant, for example. Okay, just I mean one or two words related to restaurants because you just made some sentences about being with friends and hanging out with friends or meeting friends or stuff. Yes, so just something about restaurant because the question asks about restaurant. Maybe it's good to mention something there about. I mean. Why you enjoy eating out with friends. Okay, because it gives me the chance to communicate with my friends and enjoy some delicious recipes, some delicious yeah, you can mention some words, for example, let me just write it here. I think you know the word cuisine, yes? Maybe you can say just at the end of that. Enjoy hanging out with friends because it gives us the chance to communicate with my friends and enjoy a special cuisine or a delicious food or something like this. Thank you. Okay, thank you. That was a good answer, Reza. Thank
Sorry,
you. That
can
was
you
really nice.
describe
Yes.
these words? Because I this is my first time I hear it.
Cuisine. Cuisine means the way that someone cooks something, the special way of cooking something, actually. For example, I say, I love غرمه sabzi, but just with my mom's cuisine. Okay, it means just the way my mom cooks it. Okay, thank you. So now that was good. But now another question, question part number two, actually. I don't know if you can see these questions perfectly or not, everyone. There is something wrong here. Maybe not wrong. Maybe I don't know how to do it, but I can't make it full screen. And when I do it full screen, I cannot see you anymore. So I just make it here this way. I hope you can see the questions. The next question, actually, question number two says, what are some factors that you consider when choosing a restaurant to dine at? I want a volunteer to talk about this one. What are some factors that you consider when choosing a restaurant to dine out? Of course, we don't want Reza to answer it again. I want another volunteer. Anybody?
Hi, teacher. I hope you're having a good
Hi,
day.
Amir, please.
Yes,
Thank you.
I want to answer the question, but can I say two things first?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I had a question. Can we use local before cuisine? Can we say local cuisine? Is it right, or we
Yeah,
just have to
yeah,
use
yeah, yeah.
cuisine? No.
Yes. No, no, you can say the local cuisine. Yeah, you can say that. Mm.
Yes, and about my wife, we were feeling under the weather, so but we thought if one of us
Oh,
could keep up with the class, so we could help the other one to not to
Is it
get behind.
virus?
What?
Is that a virus or something?
Yes, it's. I think it's cold.
Oh, okay. I hope that you'll be better
Yep.
soon. So it's good that at least one of you is here. This is
Yes.
this is one of the benefits of entering class as a couple, huh? This is good.
Yes,
Okay.
we can say so.
So now,
Yes,
Amir, tell us your
about the
answer,
question.
please.
Yes, about because, well, it depends on your purpose. When choosing for factors about the restaurant, some people use it for business, business meetings, or just hanging out with friends. But the main factors would be, well, the food quality. Is there any cafe? Is there any cafe at the restaurants, or you can order drinks or not? It's just food or a delivery food. And the garçons, of course, with how they treat you, how they behave and answer your questions. Are they available? So I think these factors and uh, the decorative and the decoration can attract customers to a restaurant. So it would be the top three factors for me.
Okay, thank you. You made it a little bit too long, actually,
Yes,
Amir, but I liked your answer. Yeah. Apart from that point, that was a little bit, as I said, too long, it was nice. I liked the answer. But let's just talk about something. Sorry, just I want to mention something. So, look at here, Amir. First of all, at the beginning, okay, it was really nice that you said it depends. And as I said, this is a very good way of starting your answers to show some kind of general ideas and divide it into different points or things. This is a very good way of answering the question. So I like the beginning. Well, it depends. Maybe it's a business meeting, maybe it's just for hanging out with friends, but uh, if you want to say this way, امیر تحت هر دو شرایط تحت هر دوتای اینایی که من گفتم you could say in either case in either case the food quality would be really important. Okay, and that was a good option that you mentioned, but I suggest that you just omit the part about cafe if there are drinks or something because it was kind of irrelevant. Okay, forget about that part. So in either case, the food quality would be really important. Uh, Besides, you said garçons. Actually, that's a French word, huh? In English, we usually say waiter or waiters. I haven't heard garçon in English, but yeah. So you could say that. The next one is the waiters or the waitresses. And there's a very nice word that we can use about them, the courtesy. You can say the waiters courtesy is so important. I guess courtesy means how polite they are and how politely they behave you actually, which is really important. Okay, that was about the second one. And the third one, sorry, I forgot the third factor you mentioned, Amir.
decoration.
Decoration. Very good. Okay, thank you. And maybe you can say, and last but not least, I think the decoration of that place is really important too. So, but make it, as I said, very shorter. But all in all, that was a good answer. I just repeat Amir's answer. That was really nice. He said this way. So he said, well, actually, it depends. Sometimes it could be a business meeting or it could be just hanging out with friends. But I think in either case, the food quality would be really important in choosing a restaurant. Besides, the waiter's courtesy can be really, I think, impressive and it can maybe affect your choice. And last but not least, I think the decoration of the place can be really, really essential. So some adjectives that here you could use maybe, and instead of just important, you can say something like essential, something like, for example, crucial, okay, for just important if you want to say that. If you want to say, for example, this is impressive, you can say impressive, influential, okay, or maybe you can say effective. Yeah, any of them maybe you can say. For example, it would be really effective, or the decoration would be really influential. And something I said here, one of them was last but not least. You can use it when you want to mention an option as the last option. And it means that, well, although I'm talking about it as the last factor, it doesn't mean it is the least important one. Okay. So you say last but not least, the decoration of the place or the location of the place is really important to me or matters really to me. And another one that I said was at the beginning, after mentioning two different things, I said in either case, which I said means to هر کدوم این شرایط. Yeah. In either case, Amir used would for making his sentences here, which is a very nice structural point here, if you want to say that, huh? Instead of just saying, for example, food quality is important, you can say food quality would be important because it means that I'm imagining that situation, okay? And I'm saying that. So would here is a better choice than just simple present tense is. So I think that we can consider Amir's answer a kind of very good answer for part one, just omitting that part which was irrelevant. It could be a very good answer, including some good points. Thank you, Amir. That was nice. Okay, now let's go to another question, another volunteer. Question number 3, everyone. It says, can you describe a memorable dining experience you've had at a restaurant? Describe a memorable dining experience you've had at a restaurant. Any volunteers? Mhm. You know it's part one, so you are not going to talk about a very long memory, okay? It must be short, but maybe nice, interesting, okay, special. So, volunteers. Yeah, Mohammed, sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. I do
Uh,
hear you.
I remember about last month, me and my friend seen each other after maybe a year after we graduated uh, from university. We went to the restaurant and hang out together, and we had a great time after a long time together.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. So let's first just ask your friends their opinion, and then I will say mine. Okay, so any ideas about something Mohammed said?
I
Let me
think
ask you a question first, Mohammed. Oh, okay, Fatima. Yes, honey, please.
I'm sorry. I think Mohammed must speak about the restaurant, about the some things that they do at the restaurant. I think so.
Yeah, this is actually important. Yes, maybe he could add some more activities related to the restaurant and made it more maybe impressive. Now, I have a question, Mohammed. Did you use any adjectives describing your feelings and something that happened there? I didn't hear any question, any adjectives actually. So if you want to add some adjectives here, what can you say? Look at here. You could use some adjectives to describe what? You could use some adjectives to describe the restaurant you went to because you didn't tell us anything about the restaurant. Was it fast food or traditional restaurant? Was it a beautiful or not? Was it modern or traditional or something? Maybe you could say something, some adjectives to describe it. It could help us feel something maybe more. And you said that well, you had seen your friends after a long time, but you didn't mention how you really felt. You just said that okay, we enjoyed hanging out and having fun, but maybe you could say a little more. For example, well, we hadn't seen each other for a long time, so we had really a special time. We laughed a lot. We just told jokes, and I can remember that it was a, for example, fantastic night. Blah blah blah. Okay, just adding some adjectives to give your feelings, to show your feelings a little bit more. And as Fatima said, and I agree with her, something more about the restaurant. Okay, for example, we ordered a delicious food that was really tasty. I can't forget the special taste of kebab we ate that night. Something like this. Okay, and Apart from that, the other parts was good. Just you said that me and some of my friends, you want to say saw each other, yes? Okay, so saw each other after our graduation from university, and because we hadn't seen each other for a long time, it was really fantastic getting together. We also ordered some delicious kebab from the restaurant we had gone to. We enjoyed the food, we told jokes, had a lot of fun, and made a very special night for ourselves. Okay, so thank you, Mohammed. Now let's go to question number 4, everybody. It says, in your opinion, what makes a restaurant stand out? What does a standout mean? Stand out means to make it very special, very unique, actually. When somebody or something stands out in a crowd, it means it is different with the other versions of the same thing. Okay, so now I want to volunteer for this question. In your opinion, what makes a restaurant stand out? So
May
Reza,
I?
Mohammed, and Amir have done it before. Yeah, sure, sure. It was Mahla,
No, Medica.
Melika. I'm sorry, Melika. Yes, honey, sure. Yeah,
Uh,
please.
the first things that I attended on it, it's the quality of ingredients of made foods, and then I noticed the designs and decorative of the restaurants. I prefer to go to restaurants that has a good quality of foods and a good decoration, and then I notice the prices that it's economic or it's expensive or something like this. Uh, these are my factors to choose the restaurants and stand out it in my idea and in my mind.
Melika, first of all, instead of a standout, because as you remember, we are not going to repeat the same words or phrases. So here, maybe you could start your sentence with something like this. For example, you could say, "What makes a restaurant unique in my point of view, or from my point of view?" Sorry. So maybe you could start it like this, huh? What makes a restaurant unique from my point of view would be you said that the quality of the ingredients used to make food. Yeah, it was one of them. And then you can say, besides the design and the decoration of the restaurant, I think is really important. You use the word notice, Melika, but I would suggest you to change it with consider. Maybe you can say that actually I consider this factor a very important one that can affect a restaurant's, for example, quality. Okay. Consider instead of notice, because notice was not a very good word here. Okay, and then at the end you said that there are something that there are important factors that I choose a restaurant, but we are not talking about something that you choose a restaurant for. We are talking about something that makes a restaurant unique. So forget about the last part of your sentence, and then it could be a good sentence. Answer. Yes. I repeat your answer. What makes a restaurant unique from my point of view would be first, the quality of the ingredients. The food they make, which, okay, everybody just goes there definitely first for the food. Besides, I think the design and the decoration of that place could be really impressive. And a lot of people would remember that place for a long time if it is something special. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. So we actually worked on 4 questions about restaurant. We have Reyhane, Fatima, and Fatima who haven't answered any questions. I'm going to go to a new topic. This is about friends, and I want you 3 please to answer one of the questions each. Number 1, do you prefer to have a lot of friends or a small group of friends? So those people who decide
May
to
I
be
say?
volunteers first have more choices. Yeah, sure. Fatima, yes, honey. So just
Uh,
let's repeat the questions. Do you prefer to have a lot of friends or a small group of friends? Fatima, please, honey.
Actually, I prefer have a small group of friends because this way we can hang out together well and with a small group of friends. I have a few but qualified person around me, and I don't have a group of big group of friends around myself, and they don't match to my personality.
Okay. So, what do you think of her answer? And maybe Rehane or Fatima, would you like to answer the same question in a different way? and then I will
answer
talk about
well.
Fatima's answer. Reza, just a minute. Let's just, because you have answered once. Thank you for being so, eager to answer. It really means a lot to me, and this is so important. Thank you so much. But let's just wait for your friends, and then yes, I'll be back to you. So, Fatima, Rehane, would you like to answer the same question, or not, you're not ready for that? So, Reza, you please.
Now I forget one. Okay.
That fast?
Okay. In fact, I prefer to have a. What was the question?
Do you prefer to have a lot of friends or a small group of friends?
To tell the truth, I prefer to have a small group of friends. You know, friends are like diamond, rare and precious. I have a lot of acquaintances, friends of work, friends of school, but I only have some. I only have a little close friend who, you know why they are the one who always can count on, rely on when a problem occurs. You can always rely them.
Okay, so thank you, Reza. Now let's just talk about your answers. First of all, everybody, look at here. In the question we had, do you prefer? In answer, both of you, Reza and Fatima, you repeated prefer again. And Fatima, you said, I prefer have without to, without ing, but after prefer, you should use to or ing. Be careful about it. And as a synonym of that, as a paraphrase, you could say, I would rather have. Instead of I would prefer or I prefer, you could say, well, I would rather have just a few friends. Okay. Now let's talk about Fatima's answer. Fatima, maybe you could, provide some reasons, and maybe your reasons could be based on your personality traits. Okay, for example, maybe you could say, well, because I'm really introverted, and I'm not interested in getting to know a lot of people, and maybe too many different types of connections is a little kind of problematic for me. I prefer to have just a few friends. Some reasons, okay, to justify yourself why this is so. And the only thing that actually you mentioned that could maybe justify your answer was that, well, a lot of people, maybe they don't match each other, okay, which I agree with you. Yes, you could mention that maybe at the end, that besides, I think too many friends means too much conflict. Too many friends means, or maybe you could use a very nice structure. Let me just tell it to you, and later actually we are talking about that. Maybe you can say, the more friends, the more conflict. Yeah, the more friends, the more conflict. هر چقدر دوستات بیشتر باشن، ممکن تنش‌ها بیشتر شه. Okay, so maybe you could say some of them. As I said, the reasons were important to mention. About your answer, Reza, okay, that was nice. You tried to maybe make some examples, like for example, friends are like diamonds. Just please be careful about some of the pronunciation. This word is rare. Okay, Reza, rare. And another one, this word, occur, which means happen. Be careful about their pronunciation, rare and occur. And then you wanted to say, you said a little friends. Is it right to say a little friends?
A few friends.
You meant a few friends, okay? So you actually said that, well, friends are like diamonds. They are rare and precious. So I think that it's good to keep them maybe a few, but try to have a kind of very qualified relationship with them. So I think a few close friends would be okay. And then you can rely on them and count on them and blah, blah, blah. Very good. Rely on your friends. Okay, Reza? The preposition would be on. Thank you. Okay, thank you. That was a good answer. Just as I said, Fatima, I wanted more reasons for your answer, okay? Why this is so. Don't forget the tips, please. Prefer, you cannot repeat prefer in your answer. Openings, not jumping to answers. At the beginning, say something and then start it. For example, Reza did that, huh? He said, well, friends are like diamonds. That was a good opening. It makes it lively. And then he started, okay, giving some answers and reasons. Okay, thank you. So another question for Rehane and Fatima. What do you usually do with your friends? Rehane?
We do quite a variety of things. Most often we'll grab cafe at cozy cafes and chat for hours. It's our favorite way to catch up. In summer, we love to go to the park or picnics, going to a short road trips. That's it. I think it is enough.
Okay, so Thank you. That was good, Rayhana. But just again, you jumped to answer. No sentence adverbs, huh? No openings to make it a little livelier, maybe. Maybe, for example, you could say, well, to tell the truth, I do a variety of activities with my friends and enjoy ourselves so much. For example, and then okay, you can just mention some of them. Yes. That your examples were really beautiful. They were good. Just the beginning could change. But thank you. That was nice. And of course, Fatima, the only answer which is left for you would be, do you have a best friend?
Actually, I think having a best friend is very important for people. And yeah, I have a best friend too, because when I'm tired, I'm lonely, I'm alone, I can speak with my friend, I can communicate with my friend. And I think it's very important for us, because it's difficult to it's difficult to resolving our problems lonely, and we need a person to talk about with some different things.
Okay. So thank you. Fatima, would you please just repeat that sentence again? سخته مشکلاتمون رو تنهایی حل کنیم.
It's difficult to resolve our problems lonely.
Sorry,
Alone?
for حل کردن. For حل کردن, what is
Resolve?
the verb you use?
Solve.
Just solve.
Solve?
Yeah?
Resolve?
Solve our problems alone, not lonely, okay? It's
Yeah.
not easy to solve our problems alone. خوبه که یکی رو داشته باشیم در مورد مشکلاتمون باش حرف بزنیم. Again?
It's good to have someone to speak about our problems.
It's again, please. It's good to
It's
have
good to have someone
to
to
talk
explain, to talk to
about our
them.
problems. Just two. Okay, let me write it. Okay, it's important to have someone to talk about our problems to. Finished. To them, to him, to her. No. Okay, just two. It's good to have someone to talk about our problems to. Yeah, it is again the relative clause. Last session, I told you objective relative clause, and we don't need to repeat the pronoun, the object pronoun again. Okay, so it's really good to have someone to talk about our problems too. Very good. Okay, so thank you, Fatima. That was a good answer, actually. Everybody, thank you for your answers. It was good. I can see some changes in the way that you are answering the questions. I don't know if you see it or not, but I can I can notice the little change and improvement in the way that you are answering. But I'm sure if you try to be more careful and if you try to maybe check more questions and try to read more samples, I'm sure that step by step it will be much better. And today actually I'm going to give you some information about something you might have known before, but this is super important for IELTS speaking and writing, these two productive skills, and it can help you speak much more fluently. Fluency is something that, as you know, was one of the most important criterions for being assessed. And today we are going to speak about links. Okay. Now, what are links? What are linking words in English? So, does anyone know what are linking words? Why do we need them and what it does? What are linking words?
So what they basically do is that we don't have to start and finish our sentences, while we can just patch it all together, like it's a statement, one sentence after another with the right linking words you can just use to not repeat yourself, maybe, and just have a flow of talk. Speech was
Exactly. Very good. Very good. Yeah, that is exactly what it is. So, Amir, I think said everything about the linking words. This is something that helps you with the flow of your talk. Very important point to be more fluent. Today, we are just talking about two linking words. I mean, two categories of linking words. First, about the addition linkings, as you can see. Okay. First, we're talking about addition links. And after that, actually, we are going to speak about uh, contrast. Okay. Contrast and concession. But now let's start with the first one. The first actually linking word for addition is moreover. Maybe you have heard of it. The next one, why can't I move it? Just a minute. Okay, so the next one is furthermore, as you can see, everybody. Okay, moreover, furthermore, both of them are for adding something, and both of them are a bit kind of formal, actually, linking words that you can use. The next one is in addition. Again, I cannot move it. What is the problem with this big blue button? Okay, just a minute, guys. Sorry, let me just upload it again, and I hope that this time it works better. Okay. So now it works. So, okay, the next one was furthermore, as I said, the next one is in addition, and then we have got besides, the next one is also. Okay, so we are just focusing on these five, okay, 5 linking words for addition. But let's see how we can use them in your sentences. The first one, moreover, okay, how can we use it? Look at the examples, like she is an excellent student. We need a full stop after the first sentence, and then you start the second sentence with moreover, then you have a comma, and then you say the second sentence. Moreover, she is very popular among her peers. So this is the way that you can use moreover. After that, you need a